Hi everyone, welcome to Azure Global Azure Boot Camp in Orange County. So if you are aware about this boot camp, this is happening all across the globe today. It's just not us, we are arranging different speakers in different cities, countries, and it's global. So you're part of that global event. Welcome. So today's topic is Office 365, one for everyone. Well, this is the smallest topic considering it's a big event. This is for everyone who wants to come and learn about Office 365, what it is, how can they evolve in Office 365, their needs, and so on. Myself, Prabhat Nigam. I'm a CTO and Chief Architect for Golden 5 Consulting. Thank you for our organizers and sponsors for helping us in doing this event. And this is about me now. I'm a Microsoft MVP. I'm a CTO, Chief Architect for Golden 5 Consulting. I blog on msexchangeguru.com. If you are linked with Exchange or Office 365, you might have stumbled sometime on my website, on my blog for sure. And that's my tutor, Prabhat Nigam, X at G, and that's my email address. Overall, I'm working in IT from last 19 years, and most part was Microsoft. All right, so introduction to Office 365. So what is Office 365? Any idea? Any guesses? What is in your mind? What is Office 365? It's in cloud somewhere. Is it a real cloud, the water cloud, or something else? Any idea? Any thoughts? So Office 365 is a hosted services. So in the past, we have heard a lot, if you have been IT, then you must have heard that, okay, there's a hosted service provider, or at least you have heard that service provider. You have internet connection that is provided by a service provider. So that is some services which somebody is providing and you are using it. You are a consumer. All this while, what was happening that the hosted service provider used to provide these kind of services, and those were unnamed, maybe small providers, or if they are big, then they are very big. You don't know. The general public doesn't know them. So now Microsoft thought about that, saying, okay, if they can use our product in their data center and provide the hosted services to someone else, why can't we do that business? And that might be helpful for everyone. So Microsoft started building their data centers. They installed Active Directory, they installed Exchange servers, they installed other servers, and built this suite for Office 365 to provide you the capability of messaging, link chat, SharePoint, keeping your data updated there. So that connects to the next question, who can use Office 365? So we'll come back to that question a little later, but keep your thoughts for that so that we can have kind of a quiz. What do you think? All right. What are the different licensing options and cost? Yeah, if you are willing to go for Office 365, you must be willing to see what is going to cost me if I, as an IT person, you would like to know if I remove my server from my data center and just move everybody to everybody to cloud, Office 365, what will be my cost, and which plan suits to me. So that we'll discuss in further slides. So this is what I'm explaining. What is Office 365? That's a formal definition. You can say subscription plan that includes email functionality with the other Office application, which can be enabled over internet. Provide IT infrastructure services like link, messaging, SharePoint, located in multiple data centers across the globe, available in the cloud, because the cloud is basically a data center which is not your on-premise connection, which means the cloud is a global place which can be accessed from anywhere of this world where you have internet. That's why I said reachable from anywhere, reliable, high available design. So because high available when located in multiple data centers, you can reach from anywhere. It's more reliable and it's high available. So who can use it? Office 365. Any guesses? You just give it the names. What do you think?
Business can use it.
Yeah.
The documentation.
Yeah.
Single individuals all the way up to the enterprise can use Office 365.
Yes. What do you think?
I was gonna say businesses as well.
Yeah.
With the second answer, pretty much everyone.
Oh yeah, that's the right answer. But how? Yeah, I mean it's pretty much everyone can use it if you know, understand. If you're a student, you can use it. If you are a doctor, you can use it. Engineer, teacher, professor, scientist, astronaut, manager, astronaut. Yeah, if they're going to space, if they have internet, you know, the satellite internet, if they have it, they can connect to the email. They can use it. Email is one good thing is that you send an email, it will reach to the person, and person can respond later. Not necessary to pick up the phone and reply right away, or not necessary to receive a text, which can be now it's a data text, but it is over the internet. That's kind of a data connection, and you can, I mean, it is on one server which you can pull it later. So if you send a text that way, the text will fail if the receiving device is not available. So like if you use AT&T or Verizon, you send a text. If the receiving device is not available, your text will not go through. You send an email, that will go through, even if the user is not available to receive it right now. Server has to receive it and they can access. So even for astronaut, it's a useful thing to have Office 365 account. Whenever they get internet connection, they can check what did my wife said, what did my son said. That's what they want to know. Maybe they are not available at the time when they are they get the internet. They can't even talk maybe. So I mean, politicians, CPA, the accountant, which filed your taxes yesterday, probably can use email. Office 5. Builders who's building anything, IT professional, pilot, driver, plumbers, housewives. So last is anyone who needs email address. All right, benefits of Office 365. Office 365 is one big thing. When it was introduced newly, we were like, okay, what is it? Cloud. Oh, what is cloud? So first thing you think about cloud. Oh, that's a rain cloud, something like that, you know. And there's multiple jokes around that for that cloud thing. But then, if you technically think that okay, what is a cloud? It's nothing else than my data center. So if I can connect to my data center from my phone and access anything, then it's the same thing. Technically, yes, it's the same thing, but it is more maturely designed, more technically designed for the need of today. So benefits: no service outage, no data center or server room requirement. So that kind of saving you have. If you think about, even if it's a small organization, you need email just to have your business running. So you need kind of servers. In the past, you needed a server. You have to build your own server, and now you don't need. I mean, just go to Office 365, you are done. You don't need any server room, data center. So benefits. Another benefit is, so Office 365 has built-in 3 virus protection engines, which scans all your emails. So you don't have to worry about that spams and malwares. Then regular update deployment, because it is under Microsoft control. Whenever they release an update, they deploy it before. So your Office 365, your server is technically updated before the release of that update. So you are getting the latest and the greatest. Free support cases. So if you open a Microsoft, I mean, if you have an Office 365 account, you have a free support to get that going. So you don't have to technically rely on somebody else who can come back and say, why is your email not working? You can just open a ticket, they can help you out. 24 hours support availability. So your support is always available whenever you need. It's not that Prabhat is a support guy and he's sleeping right now, so he's busy out or something else. So you have 24-hour support available. It's a global support center. Low licensing cost. So when I'm saying no licensing cost, it means the software licensing. So when mostly if you buy Office 365, you get Office as well with multiple subscriptions. With some of them you don't get, but still you can just go to Office 365 portal, log in, same as Gmail. You do the Gmail login, check your email supply, and you come back. You can configure it on phone. You can use the same way. I think you can also configure Outlook or some other tool without having that needs the licensing if you want to configure Outlook. But then you don't really need the licensing. Most of the plans comes with latest Office license. So you also get a free license there. Then, okay, so this is something like, they keep on applying the regular updates, which means they keep on updating, keep on changing new things. How can they improve? That's another body of Microsoft which keeps on thinking and working on improvements. So consistently they improve the services. You can connect from anywhere in the globe. Choice of plans, there's so many choice of plans, as per your need, as per your budget. Secure and reliable, single sign-on, data loss protection. So you can just, if you are a big enterprise, you would like to sign on with only one user ID and password, that you can do that. You don't have to have Office 365 user ID and password. You can just sign in with your corporate ID and you are logged in. Then data loss protection. Okay, so next is Office 365 services. So in a big picture, we get Exchange, which is messaging, Link, which is chatting and calling to other Link users or even outside. Then SharePoint, which is a you can say repository of the data which you want to access or share the permissions. So if I want to have an access of the file and give it view only permission to another user, I can do that with the SharePoint, and that is available on the web, and you don't have to worry about, okay, it's in my home drive, how I'm going to access that file if I'm in the conference and I lost this PPT. It's in the cloud. I can always access it from the SharePoint folder. I don't have to worry about it. And also your local disk might be filling in a big organization. You don't want to fill that, and Microsoft gives you a lot of space in the cloud. So then Exchange Online Protection, which is a spam and malware protection plus other protection from other hacks and all. So that's another and the protection. I mean, all these you can take it separately. If you don't want one or the other, you can take it just one thing. Then you have IRM. That's another encryption, ADRMS. We call it ADRMS in on-prem, the right management services. You can protect your document. You just give a right to someone, and that person will be able to access that document. Nobody else will be able to access the document. So then next thing is you get MS Office. That's a Office suite which you get. Then you get message archiving. So you can archive the messages together. Like there's a limit. Like you have a mailbox and you want to keep your mailbox light, and you want to move messages out from that to your archiving mailbox where you can go back and search some emails whenever you need. You can do that. You have archiving mailbox option, and there are organizations who are just taking archiving because they have a lot of archiving data. They're just moving their archive mailbox to cloud, and they can keep their production mailbox in on-prem servers. That's also possible. So you can just take the archiving option. Then another thing is Azure AD. You have Azure's Active Directory that you can have, and also that goes with any of the services. If you are using it, if you are not using it, still you can use Azure AD for some apps like a password reset. If you want to do that with a third party, and you can do that there. You don't have to ask the users or remote users to come into your connect to their LAN and reset the password. You can do that there. Have any question?
No.
All right. So next up is different Office 365 plan and cost. How it goes. So Office 365 is plan as following categories, which is like home-based. Home-based is also for individual, business. There are business categories, then enterprise categories, then education category, and government category. So for government category, the cost is not outside. It's not public. So they give a different discount to different government organizations. Okay, so when I say one for everyone, it's because I believe that everyone needs the email in today's life, and that's also a security mechanism where if you join anything, even if you join Forever 21, they want an email address to send you the new promotions. So even for students, they have all these curriculums which they receive over the email, and they get the result over the email, I guess, for not for one, for most of them. So you need the email address everywhere. So for student, there's education plan. For small business owners, there are multiple plans, but there's a limit for 300 users. Then there are enterprise organization, multiple unlimited user plans. Then we have government, multiple US government plans. Then home or individual user, multiple plans there too.
You talked about for student, you needed email, academic email address.
Yeah.
Many colleges, this one in particular, they no longer supply email addresses.
Yeah, that's why I said that maybe many colleges don't supply, but many colleges do.
Right.
So
But fewer and fewer now since it's so readily available.
yeah, and so it's so readily available, and it's a need of today. I mean, think about it. If the student don't have email address and you want to send a notice, that okay.
No, I'm not saying everybody has an email address,
Yeah.
but a lot of times, and I'm not sure about yours in particular, but a lot of them for the educational program, they need a college email address.
Yes.
And a lot of colleges do not provide those anymore. This college in particular, you cannot get an email address through here.
Oh, okay.
So
So is there any security reason or something?
it's just that their email addresses are so readily available, there's no reason for the college to provide it.
Oh, they don't provide their own. That is a. Oh, that's it. I wanted to say it's not a good thing, because if there's an organization which wanted to identify with your email address that you belong to this college, they cannot.
Exactly.
Only the college will only identify the staff and not the students. So the students will lose that benefit, if at all. But I've seen many organizations have it, and the only challenge for them is that even the student has left, they have not been able to delete it because they have been getting the request to keep it on for a little bit more. So they have to implement some security policies saying, you're done, this is the last day, your email will be removed after 15 days or a month. Take it out.
But is there a mechanism in place?
Yeah, I mean, that can be done automatically, technically, yes. But then probably you want to sign off something because a student has some important emails. And if you delete that, and they might come back and ask you, and if they don't get it, they might move for legal action, and that's another challenge. But then that has to be compiled by legal, good ID policies, that has to be there. Yeah, so I deployed, I deployed Exchange on-prem for one of the college in Alabama. So they have, that's law school, the School of Law. And they have so many attorneys who even left, finished the college, but they're still using that email address. So that's not a challenge. They have all the legal emails that you cannot just delete it. So as per the request, you just keep it on. So that's kind of a challenge, but yeah, you need an email address. Basically, that's the question. That's what we're looking forward. So why don't you have your own domain? How much it costs? Just cost nothing. Right? Just buying your domain is only cost, and you already have that domain. And then storage is another cost, which is like, now you don't have to keep your server on-prem, just move everything to cloud. That will save a lot of cost. If you are just keeping a server for your faculty, which is like 100 staff, that shouldn't be done. You are spending a lot of money. So keeping the server, and keeping an administrator to keep everything up, the everyday backup, and electricity, internet, all that, it's a lot of money. So, okay, so Office 365. So planning for Office 365 is one thing which you want to do, which you want to invest your time in, and do it accurately. So Office 365 plan selection is one of the most important thing. You want to go for your need, as well as you want to balance your budget. So that's the challenge with Office 365 plan. Maybe you want one thing which is in the new plan, but not in the old plan. So you have to see that if you can buy a top up, like you buy a pizza, you want the chicken on the top of a veggie pizza, and that you can do with many pizza providers. So that kind of a customization you might go for. Then services requirement. So again, the services like messaging, you need messaging, or you just need a link, or you just need the SharePoint. I guess you need at least these three: link, messaging, and SharePoint. So define or decide what you're going to go for. Any additional topic, like ADRMS, or any other services like archiving. Archiving is built in. So deciding your services requirement is another planning factor. Then user creation process. Then you have to decide on how do you want to create the users. You want to create the users directly in cloud, in Office 365, or you want to create a user in your on-prem server that will replicate to the cloud, to Office 365. Then you have to decide on mail routing. You want the mail to come directly to your on-prem first and then go to Office 365, or you want the mail directly to come in to Office 365, and also decide on outgoing emails, whether you want them to go out from your Office 365 or just go out from your on-prem. Then DNS configuration. The DNS configuration is most important, which means that how your client will connect. So either
Make it a little easier on you.
thank you. So either you can connect to Office 365 directly, or you can connect to on-prem that will redirect to Office 365. That's your decision where you have more users. If you have more users in on-prem, you would like to keep that DNS pointer towards on-premise. And if you have more users in Office 365, we would like to move that pointer to Office 365. Um, then hybrid decision. Do you, if you have a big organization, you might like to go for hybrid configuration. Some users you might like to keep in on-prem, which are like more important user, and you'd want to keep their emails safe, secure. Maybe the HR or maybe the financial department, which is running the payrolls. You want to keep their emails secure in on-prem, or some director's email you want to keep it on-prem. You may like to migrate their staff to cloud, which may save or something. All that decision, what do you want to do with the hybrid. Then single sign-on. Yeah.
Why would on-prem be more secure than using Office 365?
Okay, so because you think you have your data in your hand, and when you migrate to Office 365, it is in Microsoft's hand. So it's a second person who has the data, and it's one, and you yourself has your own data. That's it.
That's security policy off the net. So
Yeah.
you keep it on prem on a dedicated server. So
Yeah.
people from the net can go in.
But again, that's somebody can.
Because that, to me, actually seems less secure
Yeah.
from what I know of
The
Azure.
servers are not connected to the cloud, and there's no way you can access it. So people
Yeah.
have
As soon as,
dedicated servers.
I mean, only someone cracks the password, then they can access from anywhere. That's the
yeah,
thing. But then many security organizations, they are not
it's
in
a
the
lot
cloud.
easier
They
to
won't,
hack into a
they
local
won't.
machine.
Because they know this data is there on that server. Unless someone breaks in, they cannot access it, and they have different authentication mechanism. Even from phone, you cannot just connect to the mailbox. They have that blocked. They have blocked that, so they are entirely secure, very secure. Even if I try to configure my profile, I get the OWA URL and I try to log in. It does not accept my.
No, but I'm not disagreeing for
On-prem.
in the cloud. But you're saying for the
No,
on-prem
this is on-prem. I'm
is
talking
more
about.
secure?
I mean, you can do anything with that, and cloud is also same. I mean, I'm not differentiating, but organizations believe, like
Okay.
all the security organizations believe, that their data is in their hand.
Okay.
Like,
okay. So they just
um,
believe that they're more secure than
yeah.
the cloud. It's a basis of opinion, not necessarily fact, but of opinion that they.
Yes, because you have your own data in your hand. So if you give it, imagine you give your car key to the guy who valet parker. You're not sure how he's going to drive your car, right? You would like to park your expensive car at the right place by your hand, and then you feel secure. If you give that to your valet guy, you don't know that you have seen.
Okay, well-
There used to be an ad, right? The valet guy drives so scary, and you don't want to give it to valet guy. So that's how it is. So you don't know where your data going, who is handling. If you give the data to Microsoft, it is that Microsoft has big support. Everyone has access. You don't know how many users you have in that group, which has admin privileges. You don't know that.
Yeah, but
And
same can be said for on-prem.
there's no way Microsoft is going to reveal that, how many users have that access.
Yeah, but
So-
they're under all ISO 9000. So
Yeah, I mean, you can sue
I
them
think it'd be-
later
I think
for
it's more
anything.
easier to hack someone's local than cloud.
Yeah, but again, if you, I mean, it is at risk always.
Yeah.
If one person, which can be XYZ, decided to break in and take out the data and sell it out to Russia or any other country, for imagine US or any other country where they know that where are their nukes or something else.
Well, I think we're going quite a bit off topic, so.
It's all about how secure you want and how you feel secure. I mean, obviously, anyone wouldn't like to do that easily, but you'll never know who's there.
The bottom line is, it depends on which company,
Yeah.
whether it's Microsoft or your personal company, if you manage it badly, then it's more secure at Microsoft.
Yeah,
If you do an excellent job of managing it, maybe it's a little more secure.
yeah. That's the bottom line for sure, yes. I agree.
So let's take this question the opposite way. So when we're pitching this to our customer, that we want them to upgrade to Office 365, how are you gonna say that Office 365 is secure on the cloud?
It is secure on the cloud, depends on the need. The data is obviously secure. You have a licensing agreement, and Microsoft definitely says that the data is secure and it will not be leaked, given to anybody else who should not receive it. You can implement the ADRMS, you can implement other source to keep more secure. If you implement ADRMS, you can always have a policy signed that only Prabhat can access that email, nobody else. And even if somebody else get it, they cannot decrypt the email and access it. There's no way. So you have all the security mechanisms. You have to buy them. You have to add them to your topping. On your pizza, you have to add the toppings. That's how it is. So main thing they have the EOP. You have to manage the EOP or configure it right way, so that you should block the spam at the front. And then you have the ADRMS, the right management system, which you have to implement correctly so that and also educate the users. If your users are educated, they know that they have the right management system, so they can assign the rights to access those, say, important emails to only few person who wants it. Same way on if they want to access SharePoint, if they move the data to SharePoint, they have to restrict the access. That's how it is. All right, then single sign-on. Single sign-on is a decision on the organization. They want single sign-on. They have to implement it with ADFS. You log into your account and in on-prem, and you can access your mailbox. Then dual-factor authentication. Dual-factor is becoming very common. You log in first time to Office 65, or even any time you log in, you will get a phone call or text message. You will verify that, and then only you will be able to access your mails. That's another secure way if they want to add that. All right, so let's review Office 65 plans. I mean, these are widely available on the cloud. So we'll just have a quick look on all those. But there are many. So these are the home options. So first one starts with $9.999 per month. If you're just one home user, you want whole Office suite, and also 5 where you can install your Office, Microsoft Office on 5 computers and 5 tablets, 5 phones, offline storage, online 1 terabyte for 5 users, Skype 60 minutes per month for 5 users. All that you get in $9.99 per month. And then the next one is $6.99 per month. Office Suite, you get Office Suite for, I think, only one computer, 1 tablet, 1 phone. Then offline storage, the rest is almost same, but only for 1 user. So if you go for $9.99, you might have access 5 users. Whole family will have one email. And also, if you want to go for that one, that has $139.99 one-time payment for the student plan. Only 1 PC, and offline storage, online storage of 15 gigs only. So that's like, think about it, one time. I guess if it's only one time for life, it's awesome. But then there might be some asterisk for that. It might not be for lifetime. So business option comparison. So business option starts with $5. Look at that. That's very cheap for a small business owner. Imagine if you have just 10 users with 5, it's $50 per month. Overall, the yearly cost of managing it. For 10 users, your server will pay $600 for the year. I think it's awesome. Um, if you go for that plan, but then that one only have the Office Online. They don't have Office Suite. Um, and then we have Business. Business. This is a better plan, but then this one does not have email included. They have Office Suite and other facilities. You don't want that. Then they have Business Premium, uh, which has these features, which has added video conferencing on top of I think essentials, and also I think rest of the things are same. Maximum 300 users. These are all small business plans. Now the enterprise plans, they have this is the cheapest, $2 per month per user, 2 gig mailbox, active sync, pop. You don't have the Office suite for sure, but you connect with the pop. Then premium anti malware is always there. That's a backend for sure that you get it. Um, Unlimited use. You have unlimited use. That's a catch. Then you have K1, $4 per month, 2 gigs. Actually, 2 gigs is a lot. I mean, for me, I've never hit 2 gig wherever I work so far. So I consider it as a lot, unless you are a financial guy, you are a marketing guy, you attach a lot of PPTs, you attach a lot of files. I don't know how's your experience have been, but 2 gig for me has been a
Oh,
lot.
I go for 5 gig a month, I mean, a year.
Yeah, you have emails 5 gig. Okay, that's good to know. But I've seen that. I've seen the current migration I'm doing. They have like the highest user has 26 gig, but then that user might be there from 10 years. You don't know.
Yeah.
So 10 years, 26 gigs is almost nothing, and this user might not go back to all the emails. Then we have okay. Then this is again Office Online only. Doesn't provide Office licenses. Okay, put something down below. Um, okay, so these are more enterprise plans which you would like to go for. Those ones had no Office suite, so you wouldn't like to go for that. Uh, though you have an option in online that you can edit your documents. You don't have to have offline Microsoft Office suite. Okay, these are so E1. So Office 365 E1 starting with $8 per month per user. Uh, this is the minimum I would prefer or recommend anyone, which has everything you want, and it is $8 per month, almost nothing. Um, then Office 65 Pre-Pro. I mean, all. Okay, this one does not give you Office Suite for sure. This one gives you Office Suite, but you don't have email included. So then you go for Office 65 Enterprise. That is E3 plan. The E3 got cut. I will have to fix the slide for next session. It's a little small. Okay, so E3 is $20 per month per user, but then it provides a lot of different security options as well. Like these things, you can see compliance, IP, DLP, e-discovery. Then it adds the unified messaging for voicemail integration. Then there have third-party apps as well, which might not be available on these. Then it also has HD video conferencing. That's E3. So E4 is there, and then E5 is here. So first let's look for E4, $22 per month. which has everything in the E3 plus voice to enhance or replace ePBX. But E5 is relatively very new, and I think it just came mid of 2015, and it has more voice features, and one of the great things coming is advanced threat protection in E5, which is very useful when you want to scan the malicious URLs or attachments. So now you see that so many emails comes and say that, okay, go to this link and redeem your $100 Amazon coupon. And if you are not a tech savvy, you don't see the source email address, and that's technically a spam, and that takes you to somewhere else, and maybe it gives you the option. Okay, you want to redeem it? Okay, give us your SSN, give us your phone number and everything. They will take all the data. We need this for taxation purpose, and if you're not a tech savvy, you might give it and end up giving it. So all those malicious URLs, it will be scanned in E5 plan, and also the attachment. But apart from that, it has more advanced e-discovery. It has PSTN conferencing, dial-in, the Skype. So it's like more on the unified messaging side. It's for more on the voice side, as well as for advanced threat protection. Next up is Office 365 education plan, education option. This one is free. So I'm going to demo you guys after some more slides, and that I will show you that I have a Office 365 free subscription for my. I also run a Los Angeles Exchange user group, so I have that subscription for that user group, because that user group is a non-profit. I get that free 25 user licenses. So for education, you have this subscription free. So I would always wonder why they wouldn't like to go for it. They will have to, they will have to explore more options, but they have some plan is education, says that education plan is free.
That does not come with AD though, does it?
I think it has Azure RMS, but yeah, maybe it doesn't provide hybrid.
So instead, for logging in, you should have an educational address, email address, edu.edu.
Yeah.
That's all required. If my kids are doing the college, they can get it.
Yeah, you just need to have your own domain registered, and then you can configure it.
You have a domain registered and you have an edu address both, or you have a domain registered and you have a domain name, right?
You just have domain name. That you register at GoDaddy or.
No, I have my domain.
Yeah.
I'm running I have my own domain.
Yeah.
But right now, if I want to give it to my kids,
Yes.
how do I go with that? I
So
have a
you
domain.
just need to create the email addresses. You have to configure the DNS pointer to Office 365,
Okay,
and then you can keep on creating the users in it.
I understand that part of,
But yeah, I mean, that you have to qualify for something to get
what is
the
the
free.
qualification? Is it just a edu address or?
No, I think it's gonna ask you that whether you are a registered 561 company or something,
Oh.
which is a
Oh.
non-profit company you registered
Okay,
yourself
okay.
as. So.
I misunderstood for students.
Yeah, I mean, that is also there. I will have to check. I'm not sure how you get that free option for students, but there's an option. I can check it. We can talk later, or you can email me and reply you later. I'm not salesperson, so I'm not really into that, how to use it. Okay, so these are the government options. I guess I don't know the pricing, but I can just brief you on it. There are two options in the small. There are lighter plans, which has view-only attachment. You cannot edit the attachment. 50 gigs, unlimited users. The first plan. Second plan also have the compliance feature. Government without compliance, I don't see the need of first plan, but it is there. Then government E1, E3, E4 plans. Somehow I managed to do that E3 first and then. So E1 gives 50 gigs, a lot of good things. I mean, obviously, government get everything what they need, but then again, they have the different plans. We don't know the cost. It is different organizations, different cost. Different features, you can see some has HD video conferencing, some has voice enhancement. Um, Then I was talking about advanced threat protection, which is new in E5 plan, and also the ATP, the advanced threat protection itself. You can take if you want to. If you don't want E5 because E5 is costing $35 per user, and you are using it $8 per user right now, and you are in the plan. So from $8 to $35 doesn't make sense. So they have a topping available that is ATP, that advanced threat protection. You can take it for $1, one user per month. So that is protecting your malicious URLs attachments. That's safe attachment, safe links. So if you take that plan, this tab will be available. If you don't take this plan, you will not see this tab. That eliminates some threat, protects companies' IP reputation, five financial back and SLA threats, will protect from viruses more, globally load balanced work off. So this is another option which you want to add or not, but that's available for $1 as well. Then other standalone services, so Exchange Online, SharePoint Online, OneDrive for Business, Skype for Business Online, Office appliances, Office applications, project portfolio management, Yammer, business intelligence services, online diagram software as a Visio actually, IRM, that right management, advanced threat protection. So you can add these on. These are like toppings. If you want to add those toppings, you can add on your plan. Okay, so I got a good few plan comparison on TechNet, so I prefer to add into my slide. So that shows that what you get on the left side, what services you get. On the top, you have the Office 365 enterprise plans, what you get where. That's kind of a good comparison, depends on what you need. You can just check mark, I need this, 4 things, and look around at which plans provides me. If all of them provides me, look for the cheapest plan you want to go for. Sure.
We have a couple of companies which right now they are paying $6.
Mm-hmm.
I know that the changes are coming.
Yeah.
I missed the first part of that date, I'm sorry.
No worries.
We have, what is the next plan and you move it from $6? I had all these lot of things that I have actually in the first.
So, which plan right now they have? Do you know
The
that?
basic plan, obviously $65, $6 per user.
$6.
That was,
I
it's
don't-
still running, but they have changed, these things are changed, recent changes.
They are enterprise or
Not in, they are of course a company, it's not an enterprise plan.
that's okay. So they might be at the small business.
Yeah, small business like that.
So, if do
What
they
is
have the
first one?
do they have Office Suite? Yeah, they are on the first one. Do they have MS Office in it?
No.
No. Yeah, then they still have this $5 one available.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, this one is available. Business Essentials.
And there's Outlook also is there.
Outlook is not available. They have to buy their own Outlook
No, no,
licenses.
Yeah, they burned,
Okay.
sorry. They had the mail functions available in that plan.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes. That's what it says. Business Essentials. So
Okay.
yeah, this one has mail. This one does not have mail.
Oh,
This one provides Office Suite. That's what it says. This one, I don't see the need of it. Oh, I don't understand why it's no need to go for that.
on the left
Right.
side, you don't see email included.
That's by default. If it's not included, then I'll write not included. That's expected.
The reason why you run that one is we're actually running that one. And that's because we already have an Exchange server. And
Yeah.
we haven't decided whether we want to move our email to the cloud yet. So that's the reason why we're going with that solution.
The business middle one, you have that, okay? Um, so, yeah. So the otherwise the office licenses are costlier. Is that thing or?
No, we're
No,
using
you-
it. We're using all the features. We just haven't moved the. As a
Okay.
corporation, we have not moved our Exchange server up to the
Okay.
cloud. We're running our Exchange server out of I work for a large
Yeah,
company
so-
we run out of Melbourne, Australia.
So, why will you pay, I don't understand, why will you pay 8.25, unless you want to use the office applications,
Yes.
or use the your office, okay, that's fine. But not the email, yeah, that's one example, good. Okay, I got my answer. Okay. Yeah, so you got the answer, I mean,
Yeah, I got it.
so, but the other plans are also available, whichever they want to go for.
What is Office 365 for yours? What does it, what it doesn't have?
This is, I guess this is just a plan, but there's no, there's no device. Just a plan which gives you the lowest, the minimum things available.
Email is there in there?
Yes,
It's just connecting it to,
yeah, just connecting to the POP, not,
Through POP.
yeah. You don't have MS Office,
Oh, gotcha.
so, I mean, this is good for just the phone users. I mean, if you just need the email on the phone,
if you have a Gmail account, you can just do that for free.
yes, but
With Office 365 apps.
it's much secure. You wanna, these are other functionalities, other features. You might have your own login. You might know where's the data going. With Gmail, you don't know. Gmail blocks so many emails sometimes. I send an email, it'll go out, and my customer will reply back to Gmail. It bounces back, same email, because some of my signature it is not accepting. So
Okay.
why it is accepting while sending, I don't understand Gmail. For that
You just
reason.
have to set up the same for the,
Yeah, so my see, some of my signature has like 10 hyperlinks. So it has like that's why. So I went ahead and removed everything. Just kept my name nowadays. Like it's not working with Gmail itself. It's sending, but why it's not receiving? I mean everybody is like, why? So I mean I like Gmail a lot because everything came in gmail.com first, like copying and pasting a picture. It's much easier in Gmail. Then I think now Outlook supported, but Outlook.com. Now Outlook.com supported, but it was not supporting for a long time. And in 2013, when I went to Microsoft MVP Summit, they introduced that, oh, we are bringing this feature. And I was like, oh, I'm using it from so many years. is this new? And the internal staff which is building it, maybe they use email, maybe not, but they are not aware whether the feature was available or not. All right, so yeah, I think we'll be sharing the slide, so you will have the slide. You can check which plan we are in and which plan you want. There are links available for the plans.
So what's your, since we're on topic of Gmail, what's your best tactic when a customer says, hey, most of these features are free on Gmail, and why would I wanna pay for these?
I mean, Gmail is just a you don't have a login to recover your emails. You don't have much control.
These Google business apps,
Yeah.
you can get all those now.
But I migrated from Gmail because from Gmail, they had the Gmail app and then so they migrated from Office 365. For single reason, they want to use the Outlook, the best because they go hand in glove with the Microsoft product. They both are Microsoft products.
Yeah, so basically what happens is support when you go for big enterprise, when you go for Gmail and when you look for support, they don't have global support available for
They do
any.
now. They do now.
Yeah, and I was part of United Nations and I was supporting their cloud, and we had our external spam filter was hosted at Gmail, and they introduced the feature that now you have to migrate to the new thing, which is Google Apps, and you have to take the mailboxes as well with us. So that was kind of a deal breaker. And when we had the spam issue, we wanted a support right away and get it identified what is causing this mail going to spam, or what is causing this spam to come in. They were not able to answer us clearly, and they were not available 24/7. They were like available right now, and in between these hours, or they are only available in European hours, or not in US hours, or US hours not in European hours.
Turn on the tech support.
Yeah. So so Microsoft gives you more control. This is my understanding. More options, more advancement is there. You have better support. You have Microsoft to Microsoft, like what he said. Outlook to Office 365 is same product from same company. If there's something breaking in between, then they can fix faster than any other organization.
I'm just experimenting with one of our customers, you know, 'cause a lot of our customers are SMB, small, medium-sized businesses.
Right?
And one of them I proposed, all right, let's do everything on Chrome, you know, so we set up Gmail apps, business, all Chromebooks,
Yeah.
Chrome, Chrome OS. And
Yeah. In a way, I like Gmail. I mean Google
it's
because
actually working
yeah.
really well. I have very little problems with it. It's an experiment right now.
Yeah.
Because
I know. I mean, Google with Google products might work very well, but it's still end user. I think Microsoft is the leader still. Everyone uses Microsoft Office much better. If you use Microsoft Office, you might not be able to edit many things in Google apps. Not so greatly.
Huh?
Not so greatly. It's not so great. And when you exchange those files with the rest of the world, you might see that there are not many organizations doing the business with Google, same as you. So that's where the file you need to update. I've seen this kind of challenges when I use Mac and update some document there in the Mac's world, and then I have to send it in a different format to non-Microsoft, non-Mac users. So it's all that platform thing. But one thing is good. Google is way cheaper. If I go and see a Google laptop is like even available in $150, I was like, oh wow, that's kind of a great thing.
It's
But
a test run, but it's actually working right now. You know, I just have
yeah,
to start
it's
to-
working. Maybe in future it might be a good challenge for Office for Microsoft, but not today. Are you guys for the same session or? Okay, we'll quickly move on. Nish, please help yourself. Yeah. So we are still on Office 365 one for everyone session. All right, so going along with that session, I just wanted to share that hybrid prerequisites. So if you want to go for hybrid prerequisite, hybrid configuration, these are the prerequisites today, I think. Yeah. So you have to create Office 365 tenant, you have to add and configure your domain or to Office 365 tenant. Make sure you have the third-party certificate on-premise. Make sure a healthy Exchange has been deployed. Configure, ensure directory synchronization working. Ensure that you are running supported configuration of Exchange 2016 or 2013 or 2010. So, was it 10 to 11 only, or?
Yeah, we're out of time.
I'll just take a couple of minutes. So this is the hybrid architecture that goes away. We'll keep the demo for maybe next session. I'll do a quick demo. This is my connections, and thank you everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.